Who asked you about cake, Sandeep? Oh, that's good if they did. As long as it's only them, then it's good. Oh, it's going. I'm doing a little bit of work on this area where I'm gonna have a bunker. So I'm doing a little bit of that. How are you doing? Oh yeah, I have a friend that plays that a lot too. I was never really able to stick to these games. Have you gotten any replies yet? Oh yeah, you just started applying, right? Yeah, hopefully so. Which ones did you apply to? Or at least, where, what places, I guess. Well, I guess there isn't any around here, so. NZ, is that New Zealand? Yeah, but see, the thing about it is that um, you do get Facebook out of it, you do get Windows out of it, you do get, Apple out of it. Even though he didn't go to school much, but hmm, hmm, hmm. Where did I have that mud? They have a festival about beers. Yeah, dude, keep me posted. If 6 hours, yeah, I might be. I'm probably going to be watching some show on TV that's just coming out. They've been on hiatus for a little bit, but I'm kind of excited about it. So yeah, if you want to check out a really cool show, look up The Wonder List by with Bill Weir on CNN. You guys probably get CNN, so I don't know if you get this show, but yeah, look it up. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, probably in 6 hours I'll be in and out. So yeah, definitely give me a buzz. All right, dude. Have a good night. Hmm, 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 hmm. Hey, Ngoa. How are you doing? Yeah, see, I'm trying to get a transition between, you know, the terrain and this object that's, you know, like the top of the bunker. So it's kind of, you know, working so and so. Because, like, see, the main thing is this angle, which is kind of weird. So I need to get that at a better slope. Like, it might work better around the top. Yeah, let me just do it with the proper texture, actually, which is this one. Oh, crap. Sometimes when you hit F, it freezes the object they had selected, and you don't realize why you can't select it anymore. Um, it tells you when you want to unfreeze them, but it doesn't tell you when you freeze them. So, it's kind of like backwards. I don't know why. it's kind of like kind of works, kind of doesn't. But let's see. Hopefully, some of these decals will help. Yeah. So see, that one does pretty good at some of these decals do pretty good at masking these edges. So I'm gonna try and get this as close as I can to this. Kind of like a neutral color would be okay. Kind of there. And I'll try and paint this around it so it's somewhat like that. So let's see. There, kind of like that. Definitely looks like it might work. You know, just paint it in a little bit around it. And I think if I there, that looks, that's getting pretty close. I do like that. Alright, so the color is good as far as the luminance. Unfortunately, I can't do much about the color. I need to keep it. Yeah, no, the color's gonna have to stay like that, unfortunately. Let's see if I can trick the terrain. I guess I'm not getting close. Alright, let's throw some of these decals around, and hopefully it's gonna mask it a little better. But I need to make this contact point so it's not as this kind of V, so the angle is a little smaller. And I don't know why that's flickering like that. It's probably one of the materials that's laid on top. Alright, so let's do, I think I'm gonna try smoothing it out like so. And then I might want to raise it up like somewhere in the center here. There we go, that's a much better angle for this. So you know, once I'm gonna throw vegetation on that, I'm hoping it's gonna blend in and mask that edge. And there we go. Alright, let's try this. I'm just gonna copy this decal here. Alright, so far so good. It's actually sitting on that pretty nicely. Just gonna change this to something. Let me see. I can never remember the names. Hey Anthony. So I got this bunker here that I'm trying to blend into the terrain, and I haven't done anything like this yet, so it's a little bit of experimenting too. You know, just getting the same texture on the top of the bunker as the terrain. Maximus, I haven't done anything with characters yet. So I'm looking forward. Yeah, for, Mark, this is gonna be maybe another 10-15 minutes. Apparently it's working pretty decent, and then I'm gonna move on to the cave. Yeah, sorry about that, Maximus. Whenever I get, you know, I'm gonna learn about the characters to bring in my character. I'm definitely gonna try and stream about it. I guess talk about it on the stream. But yeah, so I'm trying to find some decals that would work. Because I mean, the names of the mud textures are just mud A, mud 2, mud 3. Alright, so that's something that I like, because it's pretty a little bit unorganized, I guess. So let me just throw a little bit of like some vegetation on this, and we'll see how things turn out. There you go. We might be able to mask it with some of these, you know, wood assets like that. Yeah, so the decals work pretty good. I'm gonna try a couple of these wood piles, like so. Guess that's gonna work okay. Let's try some bushes. I mean, bushes have some pretty good coverage, so I'm thinking they might do pretty damn all right. You know, stuff like that. But you know, throwing in one of these guys, it's plenty. And of course, you know, some ferns. These do some pretty decent coverage. Hey Hipexy, we're doing good, we're doing good. How are you doing? Well, so for starters, I have this bunker here that I'm trying to mask. Hopefully you can tell. I'm trying to mask this joint between the actual mesh and the terrain. So I got that the top of it is the same texture as the terrain, but I mean being a terrain texture, they're going through that high pass process, and a lot of the color information is stripped out. So so this is the best that I could get, even though it's the same you know um, image file. Um, this is the closest that I was able to get, because this is like the terrain shader, and this is the illumination shader. So this is kind of the closest that I've been able to get them. And now I'm just trying to mask that some more with some decals, and I'm quite happy how it turns out. Some decals, some vegetation. Um, so yeah, so far so good as far as making the blend between these two. And in a little bit, Mark was asking, I'm gonna do some work on the caves, and I'm gonna show you what I did for that. Oh yeah, if you can find something like that, that'd be great. It would save me some time if I have anything else that's underground. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it'd be nice if there's an easier way to do it. Also better way to do it. But so far, I've been using some of these bushes, and there's gonna be like some ferns thrown in here, like so. Let's see. Let me throw in a little bit of grass, like that. Oh, I see what you meant. No, it's not. It's unfortunately it's something else. Well, no, that's what I did. I use decals to blend in between the two. So from what it looks like, it's looking quite okay. You know. know, the other thing that I can also throw in on this is, you know, I guess you can always do a blend layer to help out with this section, which is the mesh. But what I'm thinking of doing is doing this. So you have the option to uncheck this, which is grow on terrain, and then you can just grab one of your vegetation items and just move it along. So I'm just gonna move it like right here, so it sits on top of that on top of the mesh part. See, like so. So then you can do that for you know, other ones as well. And like say for example, maybe I wanna, let's just do one here. Now it's kind of repetitive. Let's do a couple of ferns on top, and maybe let me pull some of this grass. So I'll do that, and then let's do grow on terrain, and then we'll just pull it this way. There we go, we have some grass growing on that section as well. And let's do some of this and bring it over here. Let's bring it all like so. So see, this is what can happen is that I grabbed a little bit too much. I just had to like grab a strip because some of them are still going to be hanging in mid-air. So I'm going to do those. And did that bunch, and this bunch I can like probably lower a little bit, like so. I might need to do some for this here, like that. Alright, so now it's starting to look you know, like you know, stuff might have overgrown on top of it. There's a couple of areas here that I might just probably throw a bush or something. But you know, it looks like the grass has, you know, covered that. And so let's just paint and make sure you go back and check grow on terrain again. So let's paint the rest of this in. Throw some of the weeds around here. Alright, there we go. I think that works quite alright. And now, whenever you throw trees in the mix, it's always a huge help because they're so big, you know, like as an object. So they give a lot of coverage. And let me get rid of this old crap here. if I can. Oh, Mark, are you yeah, no, there uh, yeah, I know it's kind of a toss up when it comes to that. Okay, let me turn down the music. Let me know if that's better. Okay, good. Yeah, I know when it comes to trees, it's kind of tough to call it. You know, I'm trying to make areas that are a little denser, areas that are not so dense. A lot of it is gonna be based on um, you know how much visible area do you have. Like if you're on top of something, you probably want less density. Um, if you're in the middle of it, then you can probably go with a slightly higher density. Yeah, so you can throw a couple of trees in there just to make it work a little better. And let me just update this here. On the lighting, do you mean like on the time of day settings? And thank you. I'm kind of happy with the lighting at certain times of the day, I guess. It's though it's kind of dark in here, and I think I know why. Oh, yeah, with the TODs, I've played around with it very lightly, like very, very lightly. Um, yeah, I haven't done a lot of it. So I'm like I'll put it this way: I'm far from being done with the TODs. Um, but what I did play around with, and I'm gonna show you, is see like what the issue is. Whoops! I guess I have some extra vegetation in the bunker. Yeah, see, you can kind of run into these issues if you do what I just did, but that's gonna be easily solvable. I have something against like stuff growing indoors, you know. All right. Um, yes, they did plant quite a few of these where there was still some terrain. So what I did for the lighting when um, you're in when you're in a structure that's supposed to be dark, you know, like um, where you can't just rely on um, the global illumination or um, so you can't rely on global illumination or the time of day settings. So you know, like I was talking about caves, some of these, you know, like a bunker structure where you know you go underneath and you don't want it to be this lit up, right? Um, so what I did for that, and let me just turn off. I think I might have some of these lights on or not, maybe. Okay. So what I did for that, let me change the time of day a little bit. Alright, so say we got this time of day, right, or any time of day for that matter. What I did was I'm starting to use ambient lights. So let me see. I think I have them somewhere in the scene. So there we go. We have this one, and then we have this one. So I've tried ambient lights with um, without them being a projector, but the problem was that well, the light, whenever it's a point light, it's coming from the center, right? And for these ambient lights, apparently, it's aside from them being additive. So if you know intersect one of these, they add to that negative light. And this is what I'm doing here. It's negative lighting. So what I end up doing, I did it as a projector so that it only extends down. This way, it's not like extending in all directions. So let me show you how this looks inside of the bunker. So like right now I have those I can move those around. So first of all, if somebody doesn't know how to set up an ambient light, you just go in here, set it to ambient. Then for the diffuse color, it has to be a 2 comma 2 comma 2, and then the diffuse multiplier, the higher you get this, the less dark that negative light is going to be. Hopefully that makes sense. So with this, if I'm to bring them down, see, like this is what it would look like without this ambient lighting. But then if I bring those up, see, you get in that that darkness, like more of how the underground is supposed to be like. And this is where probably they don't meet. So this, I need to bring them a little closer together. So let's, I'm just gonna go and grab this one, I believe, yeah. And let's move this along and see how that looks. So if we bring this into the Y direction, oh, no, is it X? So there we go. And see, they still get start to be additive, but now that you have them at kind of in a good place. Now this is going to be pretty low impact because they don't cast any shadows, and with CryEngine, you know, lights are not that big of an issue. All right, so now let's move these down a little bit and make some more. So there we go. And now it's not a problem, but you need to be able to place them. So there you go. Actually, yeah, that came out much better than what I expected. So now you have an area underground that's, you know, lit up, in my opinion, as it's supposed to be underground. So, and you know, you also have to make sure that you leave a little bit of, you don't use as much around the entrance, so it's not, so you don't get that little really dark thing around here. You know, starting down here, you know, it's gonna work out, even though it's probably a little too dark. And as you can see, there's some, hopefully you can, there's some areas that are a little lighter around here. Um, so if you think of the cone that spreads um, from that projector light, and for projector, by the way, the texture that I use is square, because that way hopefully it covers a little more. So you can see there's this lighter area in here. So what I'm gonna try and do for that is I'm just gonna grab these lights that I have right now. And yeah, so one of the other things is make sure, and I see that I think I'm probably running into this, that um, make sure where you place them, because like right now it's affecting the lighting on the outside as well. So it's gonna be a little bit of play around with the attenuation bulb size, the radius, and probably the diffuse multiplier. So and now this is a little bit difficult here because that um, the this specific bunker is really close to the surface, and so it's going to be a little bit of, you know, it's going to be a little trickier to do. Let's see, I can just bring that down a little bit, and yeah, I mean it's working out for me. So like for the cave, I'm going to show you in the cave right after this. In the cave, it's, you can, you know, you don't have to be as careful because the top of the cave is, you got space. So but for this, you don't have as much space as you'd like. Okay, so now that I brought those down to a point that it's not affecting the exterior, I'm gonna try and see if I can let's see, yeah, it's probably gonna keep that at 0. um, I'm gonna try and see if there's a good setting in here that would, or I mean a good balance to have those in there. So, so point 1 is basically going to be like at its darkest point. And one of the other things that I haven't tried, and actually we can try it right now, and I'm thinking it might work better, is so for stuff like this, like I'm having here, I'm gonna try and do it from the sides. I mean, it's gonna be a little bit tougher to arrange the lights than it is from the top, but we'll see. Hopefully it works out. Yeah, so look at that. This is how it looks when, the light is projecting that way. But what I'm hoping is that I'm going to be able to project this light inside my bunker like so. Yeah, I think that's gonna do quite alright. And then let's pull this out. And like you see now, if you want to get it darker, you just add more of these lights. So that's a good, pretty looks. And you get a better idea on this side as to how much of this is actually going in there. So I can probably do a bigger projection field of view. So if you do 100, there we go. And yeah, make sure they don't overlap too much the first time you set them up. So there you go, like that. Yeah, so this is going to be a little bit of you know, working with it just to. I guess if you do it like this, if you set up the first two so they're you know, close together, and then you set up the next two, it seems to be doing quite alright if you got, you know, one in between and one, you know. So now they look like, it looks like they're a little too dark, but I like it that it's not um, there's not a lot of coverage around here. Um, so what I can do is just go in, select these, and because they're, I like the placement at the moment. So I'm gonna turn up the diffuse multiplier to a point that I'm feeling comfortable with as far as how much light would go in here. So maybe it can go a little higher. That's too much. Okay, I'm thinking that might be okay. And there's still a nice transition here. Yeah, so what's left is just you know, placing these lights, arranging these lights in a way that you know, you don't see the overlap and such. So so yeah. No, I just Hypexia. I'm only using those ambient lights to darken the bunker, and that's it. They don't serve any other purpose. Like whenever there's gonna be like lighting in here, it's gonna be made through a regular. Let me just show you. It's just gonna be like a regular light that it's gonna be in here. It's like that. Probably that's a little too intense. But when the actual lighting for the bunker, uh, when I'm gonna work on that, it's gonna be pretty much something like this. Yeah, so um, this is pretty much what I'm gonna do about the lighting. And I'm okay with this. Let me see if updating my lighting is gonna affect. Okay, yeah, that doesn't affect it. Footy Star, this is gonna be just a single player game. Um, Maybe in the future, if you know, if I make money off of this or something, hopefully, I can do it as a co-op. But it's not gonna be multiplayer. There's way too many multiplayer games out there. Yeah, you know, Bexy, I'm also thinking of that, but from what I could experience so far, um, see, like there's never enough multiplayer games. That can be true as well. But yeah, Hepexi. So I already have the outside shell. Um, hey, thank you, Philly Star. Hepexi. Yeah, so I'm gonna have the. I already have the outside shell of the bunker, and then the inside walls, and then the terrain as well. So I don't think it's with CryEngine it's gonna work as far as setting up more layers. because you got to remember there's no bake lighting. Uh, well, I mean, at the moment for this bunker, yeah, you fall through the ground because you're not on the ground, you're on the ground, and there's no proxy set up for the bunker. So the only thing that um, I'm trying to figure out is see, when you have this light coming through right from the outside, um, and I'm probably gonna change the time of day so that the light from the outside does not reach this far into the bunker, because there should be like a lot more bounce light around it. So I'm gonna have the light maybe shine on the side or something, and yeah, hopefully, I mean that should take care of this thing reaching too far back where I have my ambient lights. But okay, so enough about the bunker. Let me go to the caves, or the one of the starter section of the caves, which I'm always having a hard time finding. Alright, there we go, it's right here. Yeah, Mark, it's gonna be a 24 hour cycle, but the problem is if the light, so where I place those ambient lights, that place is really going to be dark no matter what the global illumination settings or anything else is. So what I need to do is fully start. That's how it's going to start as a survival game. Sorry, Mark. So um, I'll want to shine um, the light onto just the side of the wall, so it's not going in all the way where my ambient lights are and where realistic lighting is not going to happen. And Hepexi, yes. So check this out. Under environment, this is all the settings that you get for the global illumination. Yeah, Footy Star, hopefully that answers your question. Cool. Alright, so what I've done for the caves is the same setup with um, with the ambient lights. Um, but in this case, you know, I have a lot more room to play with. So currently the ambient lights are right here. And of course you can, you know, bring those down. But since this area on top of this ridge is probably not going to be accessible, I don't have to worry about, you know, how dark this area is going to be, because like right now it's, you know, if I turn these off, well, apparently it doesn't do much. I'd like to know, you know, how far down this uh, the um, the ambient light actually starts doing something. But okay, so back to this cave. Um, if I was to turn these ambient lights off, this is how it would look, and that's a little too bright. So So that's why I decided to go with that. Okay, I'll turn these off for now, just so I can continue on working with the rest of the cave walls. So let's just apply the material to this. Okay. So as far as the geometry, what I did for this is, and you can see in some areas that they're not joined perfectly, so I need to work on that. Um, well, yeah, no, it is a little dark, but this is just way too light, so I might turn the values of the lights a little up. So let's try that real quick. So select these ambient lights. Alright, and I'll turn these on. And let's bring this diffuse multiplier up. There we go. I think that might be enough. Let's round it to 200. Yeah, because, well, it's also probably because of how it looks on Twitch, but it's pretty bright on my monitor. Yeah, this stuff is easily tweakable, so you can bring it up like so, because um, I'm also thinking like the farther you go into the cave, it's definitely gonna be pitch black. So so I'm gonna exaggerate it a little bit. I'm not gonna do like a real world type of lighting. So there's gonna be definitely some light. Um, but as far as these meshes that make up the walls and the ceiling and the floor, what I did was I exported some of these meshes from some of the canyon wall meshes. So basically, I started off with these meshes here. I've exported these and brought them into Blender and cut away a bunch of excess stuff that I don't need, and through quite a bit of modeling or transformations, I got these to be a little flatter so I can use it for the roof of the cave. And there we go. So thank you, Mark. But the thing is, you also have to be a little careful with how these are placed in here, because you'll get gaps. And let me just open that file and I'll show you, because I'm probably gonna do some work on that. So let's see, we got cave. So there we go. These are the elements that make up the cave. There's the ceiling section. There's the wall sections here, and there's the floor section. So for the roof section, I've added this extra rectangular mesh on top of it, just to block some of the light if I don't do if I mess up on the exterior walls, like on these, and there's some light still going through. Maybe this is gonna catch it, this flat plane. So Well, you know what? Since you mentioned that, I'm actually starting to think that I shouldn't do it like this, and I should do it in sections. You know, I should do the cave in, because like in here, it's pretty tough to tell that this one, you know, they're not together. You know, I was looking at this earlier when I made it, and I was like, oh, I didn't notice that. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna do it in here. You know, I'm gonna start creating the whole, at least a longer section of the cave in Blender. It's yeah. Hopefully it'll be performance-wise, it'll work a little better. I'm not I'm not entirely sure yet. That's why yeah, I think it will reduce draw calls. Um, that's why I'm always having, I would say maybe an issue, but with organic stuff. Organic stuff is always, I think it's the toughest to do. You know, you can do things like, you know, buildings and stuff that's, you know, man-made, but when it comes to, you know, vegetation, rocks, making them believable, I think it's really tough. Like, see, like looking at this right now, I'm noticing some gaps. Um, you know, trying to close those in. All right, so what I'll do is I'll take this away for now because it's like in the way. And I'll start making my cave. So let's start. I'm gonna start with the roof, and this part of the roof, for some reason, I don't know why I'm doing it like this. Um, yeah, it's, you know, like, the way I see it is, um, how good are you with the tool? Because I've seen people that, you know, have done wonders modeling in Blender, but um, yeah, I mean, everybody that actually does, these organic modeling, they do it in ZBrush. Okay, so we have this. Let's see how we can create more of these. But first I want to do lift these edges up. And let's try something else also. I'll rotate this around just to give uh, a little bit of variety in the cave ceiling. We'll see how they come together. Yeah, I think I might have made it just. Yeah, I'll have to think of that. So for now, I'll just keep it like this. Alright, so I'm thinking the roof is going to curve in like that when you first walk in. And let's do the walls now. Now the walls are kind of, I guess, a little tricky. Change this export node to be cave. Yeah, and go. If you have any other suggestion that is not going to trigger a copyright thing on YouTube, I will definitely put something else on. But let's see about this. I'm probably going to try and use these guys because they're a little bit more vertical. Yeah, I think it's called like an epic mix. Yeah, I definitely listen to electronic music to Angola, but the problem with that is that I couldn't find any good mixes. So alright, let's see if we can join these. Man. The hardship of organic stuff. Oh yeah, I'll definitely give that a try. Yeah, for some reason I work better when it's like something calm, you know? Yeah, I wish it would be looking even better because, like, it's kind of frustrating how these walls work, you know? But I guess if you get like a section going, then, and I'm almost done with this, I think. Then I'm hoping that, you know, putting the rest of the sections together. So there's part of that. So let's see if I Yeah, exactly. It's yeah, organic modeling, man. I'll tell you, I could not do it. All right. So let's try getting in the floor. It should be it should be. I'm hoping a lot simpler because it's not as shifty as the rest. And by the way it looks, I might want to export this first because it's starting to come out a little bigger than actually. It's probably about seems to be about the same size. Oh yeah, good idea. Um, well, you know what? I'm actually thinking just doing like the walls, the roof, and the floor as separate meshes. And I'll have them all on the same pivot point. So I don't miss where they're placed. Yeah, that would be something. That would be a really good optimizing part. But let me see how this comes out. I guess so far so good. I'm kind of getting what Ngo is saying. This part of the mix is really kind of go to bed, go to bed. Let's see, Interstellar Space Journey. Yes, indeed. All right, so let's see. Um, oh, hey, nice. For some, by accident, I actually have 3 meshes. So go figure. All right, let's. We're gonna try and export these three. Let me just rename them because they're probably not properly named. So cave full section. I'll name this roof. All right, let's do floor. There we go, and let's do walls. All right, so I think what I wanted to do. Let me try doing the same pivot point for all. Hopefully it's not going to mess things up too bad. And trying to think where I want to put my pivot point. Let's do it in this corner here. Cursor. Alright, so let's export this to. Oh, this mix is. I'll just post the. I'll just post the YouTube link. There you go. Alright, so let's export these guys. Export the game. Yeah, you bet, Mark. Hopefully I don't have too much geometry. I'm definitely gonna have to. I mean, this is more like prototyping a little bit here, but I'm definitely gonna have to go in and cut a bunch of decimate the geometry some more because it's way too high poly right now. I think the walls are fine, but I think the floor is way too. I think it's too much detail. So hopefully this exports because I haven't seen it take this long yet. So in the meantime, I'm gonna go and pull these. Yeah, but I mean it will take some time, but this time is taking quite a bit of time. So I'm just gonna select these assets and pull them out, and then use what hopefully will get exported. So let's see if I got all of them. I didn't get all of them. There's that one. And there's another piece of floor here. Okay, that looks like it's about all of them. And I guess there's this one. Alright, let's move these out. So yeah, I bet it does. I'm just gonna group this. Put that to the side. Well, you know what it does, but it doesn't take that long. And freaking Blender. I'm just hoping I didn't lose all those moves, all those changes. Alright, close this. Let's see, maybe I can recover the last session or an autosave. Doesn't look like it. Man, this pisses me off. Yeah, I think I might have pooched it. uh, I was hoping it was in here, but apparently not. Go figure. You're trying to do something cool. But yeah, hopefully you guys get the idea on what I'm trying to do. Yeah. And of course I didn't save. Oh man, stupid. But on the other hand, let's look at the bright side of things. I get to go in and cut a bunch of this geometry out of this. But all joking aside, I'm actually kind of happy this happened, because aside from going in and cleaning up quite a lot of vertices that are useless, I figured out that I'm not. Yeah, exactly. You know, that could very well, you know, happen. You know, you could get a better result. So what I'm thinking of doing, because one of the reasons I was struggling before was that I was doing too long of a section in you know, one round. So let me just cut a little bit of the polygons off of this things here, and and I'm gonna do a section that is much shorter, or I mean not much shorter, but like half of what I was working with. So I'm hoping that might make it easier to export and to manage as well. Okay, so what I'm thinking of doing is, let me just pull this thing out first. Get this out of the way. Is make a section that's this long. And let me just do, because this part was a little bit off before. And you know what? I'm actually gonna keep this separate. I'm gonna keep this to this section to bridge these together. So, you know, and also trying to give it a little variety. I should just have a post-it note saying save, 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 or you know, like something like an alarm on your phone. So let's see, we have these sections here, and this is going to be the walls, and I'm not going to join in just yet, but I am going to remove the nodes. Anthony, so this is going to be like an action adventure type of game. If you want to scroll down onto this Twitch page. There's a full description. This is gonna stretch the UVs a little bit too much. Um, I think I might want to flatten this some more, but at the same time, man, damn Cave. No, it's kind of like I have too many things to choose from, and I'm not sure which one to choose. So now let's see if I can use this. Whoops. In here. Yeah, Anthony, let me know if you're able to find that. All right, that looks okay. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Save, save, save. It's weird because it. I think this is the first time it crashed trying to do an export through CryBlend. It mostly, whenever I get a crash like that, is trying to export like a high polygon mesh for baking or stuff like that. So I don't know. All right, there we go. That's almost a section. I mean, I could extend this out a little bit and cut a bunch of this stuff out. But let's see. Oops. Let me turn this flux thing off. Alright, so let's do the floor. Alright, so saving. Let me just extend this out a little further. It's not very repeating at the moment. But okay, I'll keep it like that. Let's join these guys. What did I want to call it? Let's call this one ceiling because roof is like the roof. Alright, and let's do this one. 3D cursor. Alright, let's hope this exports. See, it's kind of borderline as far as amount of geometry. There we go. So let's bring that in and see what happens. And now we gotta use, I'm gonna use the grid so I can snap them all in one place. So let's do ceiling. Let's do floor. And let's do walls. Alright, so far so good. Okay, that's not too shabby, I would say. Let me just apply the materials to this. And reduce some of this I think that will work. Let me just put it in place. So I guess one of the issues with having all the pivot points in I mean, there's good and bads. Like they will all rotate. You don't have to like create a group for that. But you would have to like go about and select. I guess it works out. Can't tell that I see any disadvantage to it. I think that's gonna work. Let's copy this and place some more of this cave in here. No, I didn't make a prefab. Actually, that's a pretty good idea, Mark. So why don't we go ahead and do that? Let's create a prefab out of this. Even though so far my experiences with prefabs have been pretty bad. Well, I have them all selected, and since they're all they all have the same pivot point, they will rotate it. They will rotate the same. But yeah, let's go ahead and create prefab from selected objects, and I will name this cave section. Yeah, the problem that I had with prefabs was a while back when I had some really big drops and draw calls, and I could not figure out what was wrong. And then I looked at some of the prefabs that I created just like this, and inside here where you see all the elements of the prefab, these guys were cloned like maybe a few dozen times. So in each one of the prefabs I actually had probably like 100 or 200 of those repeating items, so they were all rendered. And so that's why I don't know if I'm trying to stay away from prefabs or what it is, but yeah, my experience with prefabs was not good. Hopefully it's just me. And again, I don't know why the pivot point. Oh, you know what? I should have done something. I guess it doesn't like when you create a prefab and the rotation is probably not 0. So let's do all my rotations at 0 degrees. Let me just make sure I still have everything selected. And I do not. Ah, come on. Alright, so let's hit 0. Apparently, there we go. So now let's create prefab. and of course you get an error because even though you deleted that prefab, it's still in the database. So and that's why I don't use prefabs, because the only thing they help with is draw calls, or not, actually not draw calls. If they would help with draw calls, I would have probably used that, but just placing things around. So so let's see, this guy's name is I have no idea. So yeah, I don't even know what the name of the prefab is. I've been using groups a lot more heavily than prefabs. I think prefabs are good if you like instantiating something, but don't quote me on that. But so far, again, I mean the pivot point is placed horrendously. It's not even placed where one of my pivot points of the object is, so I don't get how that works. So yeah, I'm just gonna extract them all and delete these prefabs because right now they're just utter useless to me. And I'm just gonna create a group. And see, like the group is smart. You know, it keeps your pivot point where it's supposed to be. You know, where the selected items are at. So with that being said, my rant is over about prefabs. Well, I mean, like you've seen, Mark, the biggest thing that I've encountered was where the placement of the pivot point. And since moving things around is entirely dependent on a pivot point, for that prefab, the pivot point was just alright. So I'm noticing like a little bit of a small hole right here in and there we go, it's that thing right there, that's the culprit. Alright, let's see if this takes care of it. Oh, now it worked. Alright, so there's a few fixing that needs to be done, but you know, this is where some of the problem might happen. Wherever you join these, since they're so irregular, is where some problems might occur. So areas like this, I can just cover them with single wall sections that I've exported. So let's do that for this one, where I have, so like right here I have a curve in my in the cave. So let me go ahead and fix that. Let's see, we got the ceiling floor. There we go, and have this right there. That actually turned out okay. And let's see, I have a little opening here, which is this. I think I might have deleted something by mistake or something. Yeah, see, like, it's in here as well. And since we're here, I'm gonna delete a few of these vertices, but I'll do this you know, outside of the stream. I don't want to waste time with just doing that. But actually this was here. Like so. And the same thing with this. I think I might have, when I've moved some things around, these are made as separate geometries for some reason. I think it has to do with how the textures are unwrapped. So I chose not to mess around with them. But I forgot to select it when I moved some of these things around. So as always, not being careful comes and bites you. So now I just have to well, so Hapexi, I was actually I've tried doing that with Viz areas, but it never it does fine if you're not using global illumination. But when I was using it with global illumination, it didn't do anything. So, but if you're saying it works, then I might just give it another shot. There we go. So the gap is taken care of. And we have a cave, which is quite varied, I would say. But what I'm gonna have to do is do a little bit of a sort of a walk around and see what areas I need to put down maybe some more. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, good to know, Apexi. I'll give that a shot. Yeah, see, like there's a few gaps here and there that I need to be fixing. But let's turn on these ambient lights and see how it works. I might need to do another set. Alright, so I'm actually kind of okay with how this turned out. And of course, if there's a light in there or something, yeah. So see, there's still a few issues here and there that I need to figure out. Either like make a section of the wall that would do that, or we'll see what works best. Yeah, Hepexi. So let's try this. This will be this will be the last thing for the stream. Let me try adding an area. What's the viz area? And I'll let's give it a shot. So I'm probably going to be okay with just a rectangular. Yeah, let's see what works. Let's see if something comes of it. All right, so probably gonna do it that big. We can edit this later on. And that big. All right, so let's do display filled, affected by sun. Let me know if I'm missing any settings that you used. All right, and let's turn off these ambient lights. Turn that off. Alright, so let's see, I want to turn this light off as well. Alright, so let's try and position our viz area. Because I can't tell where it is. think this is one of the reasons that I don't use viz areas, because they're so damn hard to put in place. Yeah, no, I have display fill turned on. Alright, so there we go, it's right there. Alright, so it's right on the cave entrance. Let's see if it works. So affected by sun. Yeah, see, I don't know why you know, whenever you have affected by sun turned off, sun should not go through it, right? I think I might have deleted it. I used to have it. And see, this is, yeah, look at that. Oh, you know what? I had to delete it. Huh, you know what? I think that might have been my issue, probably. Alright, so let me throw in a portal. That might have been my issue before. Yeah, total illumination uses probes. Alright, so let me do a portal for that entrance. Excuse me. Let me make this a little bigger. Well, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. It doesn't seem to be affected. That's the problem. Oh, come on. Yeah, so see, I placed the portal right where the viz area ends, and I do not see inside of it. Oh, there we go. Oh man, this is annoying. You have to delete it, by the way it looks, for it to update. I don't know why. But so let's see now if I do update on lighting or geometry. Yeah, see, it doesn't do anything. Or does it? Let me, let me turn off this environment probe. Oh, well, I guess it does do something. What was that again, Haptaxi? I didn't quite get that. Okay, yeah, the portal. What about it? Oh, so do you think that's the one that, okay, yeah, so see, this is, god damn it. I get that sometimes whenever, okay, yes, yes, I know. Man, their error reporting is bad, bad, bad. Alright, just save already. Yeah, see, this is the reason that I try to do as little work with areas as possible, because they're so unstable. But if this would work, definitely, it would save a lot of time adding all those projector lights and such. I need to edit Viz area a little bit. Oh no, I mean, I think that's why you need, that's why you have the portals for. The problem is that you apparently you still need to delete it to have it updated. So yeah, that was an awesome suggestion. Thank you so much, Bexy. Because that's when I was trying these, um, it was never working properly because before, I don't know if it's because of the global illumination or what, but before you used to like update an area and it would update. You wouldn't have to delete it in order to update whatever's inside it. So apparently that's just your daily CryEngine quirk, so to speak. Okay, but I can work with that, definitely. So now it's pretty good because you don't get any transition issues. So have you looked at each one of these? So like the Viz area has this affected by sun option. So see, this is another thing. You know, I update this, I uncheck affected by sun, but I need to delete it in order for that thing to happen. And so then, you know, affected by sun and delete. So I don't know why it's doing it like that. Maybe I'm guessing it's because of the global illumination, the Viz area. So when I checked that option in here for affected by sun, it did not instantly turn off the light inside of it for the Viz area. So I had to delete it and do Control Z, you know, to undo it so that it would update the lighting. So I'm not sure if, you know, so check this out. See, like right now I'm gonna do affected by sun, and I'm wondering if I go in here and update lighting. Yeah, that didn't do anything. So it's an issue with the areas. So see, like I have the affected by sun turned off, but it's still affected by sun. So what I need to do is delete it, and if I do undo, you know, kind of just loading the Viz area again, that's when the setting gets applied. So, you know, get your daily dose of CryEngine quirks. So I'm gonna go back in and affected by sun, delete, undo. Alright, so uh, I'm gonna try one last thing before I end this, and it's gonna be this injection, the actually the portals deform and portals inject. I want to see if it does anything, you know. Whoa, look at that. Was that done by that? Oh, I guess it was. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, no, I definitely thank you so much, Apexi. Like I said, the last time I tried this, it wasn't doing anything, so I thought, you know what, it's just broken. You know, they're probably gonna, you know, make it obsolete or something. But yeah, apparently it's still in play. So, because I wanted to try this portal inject and portal. See, look at that. That's pretty nifty. Um, the portal inject option, but yeah. So let me turn on the voxels. I guess that's not gonna show much. Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking I'm gonna do that. Cause see, like, look at this. So you're far away and you go inside the cave, and yeah, you still get some extra lighting in there. So that is actually pretty nifty, pretty nice. But now that I know, you know what? Okay, so I'm gonna extend the stream a little bit longer. Let's do the same for the cave, because at least I know how these damn Viz areas work now. Or I mean, I know what their issue was. Fill lights. Do you mean fill lights inside of the cave? Yay, Mark. Yeah. Alright, let me figure out where I have the bunker right here. Okay, yeah, let me try the bunker and see how this turns out. And I'll do that. Alright, so now with this one's gonna be kind of a little bit of a weird shape. Let's map it out here. Whoa, I got a bunch of holes there. Let's remove them, and there we go. Yeah, I mean um, you know what? It's kind of a tough call because if you want to make it realistic, it's gonna be dark in the cave. If you want to make it, game playable, yeah, you know what? I don't know. but but you're gonna be able to light the caves, so it's probably gonna make it a little bit more, involved, scarier, call it whatever. Let me just create a little area so that I can make that viz area. Alright, so let's do area, viz area. Yeah, I mean there's options, there's a lot of options. Okay, so let's go ahead. This bunker is gonna be kind of like this, and then it's gonna extend out, and then it's gonna go back, and then it goes this way. I'm just trying to get all the number of points for the viz area. Not so much, I'm not so worried about the shape, the final shape. So now I can go in and bring this up for the stairs. So by auto exposure, do you mean the settings in the time of day? Okay, got it. I wasn't sure. It's like auto exposure. Is there such a thing as auto? Yeah, no, I've noticed that. Because I mean that's the same settings that I use. All right, let's see how this works. I'm kind of excited about it because I was I kept thinking that, oh, it doesn't work anymore, but maybe it does. This could help a lot with interior lighting for areas like this. Man, what the hell happened to my door? let's see about Portal. Ah, not again. What the hell is wrong with you areas? Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, no, I'll try that. I don't know what's up with their areas, but they're buggy as hell. Alright, let's try the reverse. Yeah, it doesn't look like it did much. But I'm thinking one of the issues that I'm having right now is where these things are positioned. Ah. Why does it say an area shape without points cannot be moved? I guess on that side it only crashed one time. For this one it's like 2 times. So man, it's like oh my god, it's yeah, I guess they define that term when it comes to it, and you don't really know what you've done wrong, you know? It's like I mean, you kind of afraid of moving things because it might break. You know what? I think I might have an idea of why it's doing that. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try it. I'm thinking they're sharing the same point. So one of the points in there is um, it's a similar point to maybe stop for today. Yeah, I'll definitely take a break. I'll definitely take a break in a few minutes. But I'll give this another shot. Um, I'll try and do it. Avoid the thing that I'm thinking that it is causing it to crash. And and we'll see what it does. On the other hand, I'm thinking like, is it because it's contacting the terrain? Yeah, but see, the thing is, I don't want to understand bugs. I want to understand, how things work, aside of, as far as, okay, you do it like this, you move it here, and it works, dude. But bugs is something that let me turn off grid. Okay, portals are I don't know what, but um, I'm gonna call it quits, at least for now. Yeah, it's just way too annoying, and I'm about had it for now. But all right, so everyone, thank you so much for stopping by again. I took 3 hours of your day. Uh, I know I got to learn something, and again, thanks Apexi for the suggestion to keep on trying with the viz areas. And while it worked pretty nicely for the cave, um, not so much for the bunker. Oh, hey, sorry, Ace Dave, Dev. Well, if you want to check it out, it's gonna be available once I hit stop on the stream. It should be available on Twitch, and I'll upload it to YouTube sometime next week. But all right, guys, you guys have a good night. Good day, whatever you call it nowadays. So yeah, thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Hopefully they're improving. um, so you guys have a good night, okay? Or like I said, good day. All right, take care, guys. Talk to you soon. Or next week is gonna be probably the same on Sunday. I'm gonna post it on Facebook. All right. All right. Take care now. Bye.